Hey, wrestling card collectors, welcome to another edition, a special edition of WTCtv. I am here with none other, you know him from long time. I've had him on as a guest before. Anthony.
It's been a few months.
Yeah, it's been a few months. Good old Huskerhav, as we've all known you and all have used you over the years for getting our singles sometimes and filling our collections. But we're doing something special tonight, right, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm coming on tonight because, as I mentioned earlier, I'm in the process of having to redo the website. I can say as of today, I will be finished with the year 2007, probably by Saturday, moving on to 2008. Slowly but surely, the site is getting put back together and people will see that there's quite a bit of information that we're putting on these pages. I'm trying to get a lot more photos, a lot more higher res photos. And like any other computer program, it's something new that I had to learn. As I'm doing more and more with it, I'm getting more and more expertise with it. So the newer the pages, the more fancy they are. And I will eventually be going back to the older one, but I got to get all my material up first and foremost. Yeah. And so that's been what we're doing. But to celebrate this, the reason why we're doing this podcast today, and I appreciate you helping me out with this, is because I gave raffle tickets to everyone who bought $10 or more. For every $10 that they bought of goods from us, they got a raffle ticket. And we've got 6 prizes that we're going to be handing out tonight to people. And you're going to be an integral part of pulling the numbers and rating them off to people.
Yeah. So
the way this is going to work for people, just so they understand, is we're going to show an item, and you're going to pull the number for that item, and then they have to contact me if they have the ticket, and email me and either send me a scanned picture of that ticket and their address, and then I'm simply mailing them the item.
Well, you have a record of who got what over there anyways, right? So you'll know whose ticket belongs to who.
No, tickets all went straight out. Yep.
That's right. So
yeah, these are just random tickets. Yep.
So what happens is tickets. You mailed me this package that I have, right? Yep. I'm showing up the package for those maybe who listen to the audio version of this. Sent me a package right here. So and what I'll do is going to open it, and inside this package is going to be raffle tickets, correct?
Right, correct. And like I jokingly mentioned on Twitter, you're going to be the one pulling the number. So if anyone needed any help, they should have sent you a bonus check.
Well, I got no such checks because no one ever sent me anything.
It's all good.
I've just recently started getting questions from people, which is the first times in a year that I've been doing this podcast. People actually start sending me questions for stuff. So I really appreciate that. So if anybody's got questions when it comes to wrestling cards, I guess I'm filling some questions because I can reach out to the experts out there, the other experts out there, to find out, hopefully answers to your questions. But you sent me this.
Hey, and I also want to just throw out there. So I just want to throw out there, my email's on my website, easy to find, but just so everyone knows, it's Huskerhav, H-A-V, @yahoo.com. Just so that they all have that as we're getting ready to give off these prizes. So
just have them go to your website, click on that email link right there, right?
Yep. It's very easy to find. There's a little email box there, and you just click on it and you just fill it out, and you'll be good to go.
So yeah, you spared no expense in this package, sir. I can. It's priority mail on it. It says the tracking, the whole bits on here, man. But let's go ahead and open this bad boy up and see what we got.
I even got you a neat little sachet to have the tickets in.
It's a little red sachet. That's cool. I mean, it's oh wait, what's in this? Oh, WWE. It says WWE Chips. That's pretty cool. Yep. That's pretty cool. But
that's loaded with a ton of tickets. So it's
a pretty full bag, man. It's a pretty full bag.
Yeah. There's a lot of sales, believe it or not. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there.
Nothing else in here for me. Nothing for me.
No, I was going to put something in there that'll be coming later.
Oh.
I'm trying to find some special Kurt Angle thing to go to your collection, so you can bear with me.
Okay.
Hey, so the first thing I want to give away is a card on my website that has been getting a lot of heat lately. It's currently sold out, and I've noticed on eBay they're starting to garner some decent sales. So I guess because of AEW, it's CM Punk's first Topps card, and it's a payback from a set that was released over in Europe. So this is the first card, the first prize we're going to give away.
Have a little more information on this one. Tell us a little bit more about this particular card from CM Punk. It's from Europe. I mean, what's the name of the set?
The set was called Payback, and if you could look on the back, there's different ways that you play the card. And the other interesting thing
it's a game.
Yes, it's a game set. The other interesting thing about the set is they also had these cards that they called body blow cards that you would scratch off.
I've seen those.
Different parts of a wrestler and different things would happen for that game at that time frame. This was released originally, I believe, in Germany, and I think there's an Italian edition also. But the German editions, I'm not Italian. I'm sorry, an English edition. But they're definitely the first ones that I ever got my hands on was in Germany when I was over in Germany at the time frame. So cool set, a lot of good color photos, a lot of good ECW cards for people that are really diehard ECW collectors. A lot of good cards in this set. You'll have cards like Francine, trying to think a couple of the other guys. There's Test has an ECW card in there. Christopher W. Anderson. I'm just looking through a whole stack because I was breaking some more open. Danny Doring, Tony Mamaluke, and Roadkill. So there's quite a nice assortment of different wrestlers that make up the set.
What year is that? Again, what year is that again?
It was 2007, I believe it was. Yeah, 2007.
Let me go back there and see if I have anything. Oh yeah, there's an English and a German version. Like
yep,
that.
I
do have.
Yep.
I'm checking the checklist on that. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
And this CM Punk card is actually the English version, just so
English,
people know.
English version. Okay.
Yep.
And that's card number 75, I believe. Yeah.
Yep, 75.
I gotcha. So
draw the number because I got to write the number down so I keep track of them here.
You got it, man. So that's the first one doing? All right.
Yep, first one.
Let me open this bag up so I can get my bony hand inside there. I start grabbing some random stuff in here.
Yep.
Now, why did you send me this bag? Why am I drawing the numbers?
Because I wanted to where a total individual who had nothing to do with the tickets was one drawing it.
Okay.
Basically an innocent bystander, basically.
Yeah, I had no idea until you told me this package was on its way for what it was for. So, okay, here we go. I'm pulling the first one out of here. I dug somewhere kind of in the middle. Number on it is whoever is holding number 81215114.
Perfect. So whoever has that number, that's your card. Get in contact with me.
Not sure. Read it back to me to make sure I read it right.
81215114.
That's what I got.
Bingo. So that's the first one for the
I'm gonna go ahead and write in the back of this ticket for you to make it easy for me. I'm gonna write in the back CM Punk card. Is that cool?
Yep, that sounds cool.
Okay.
Sounds cool.
I'm gonna put 2007 CM Punk card. Okay, that's good. All right.
Cool.
What do we got next, sir?
Okay, so the other thing that I've noticed lately, especially with card sales for wrestling cards, kind of been a long time coming. I'm sure when you were collecting, you've noticed back in the day with the chrome products, really refractors and X-fractors really didn't command a premium like they are now.
Oh, they do big time now.
They are just going crazy on the market when it comes to wrestling cards. But for the longest time, I would sit on piles of refractors and X-fractors, $1 to $2, $3 a piece, and no one would buy them. Now you can't even pick them up for anything less than $10 to $15 a piece.
Depending on who it is, of course.
With that in mind, probably one of my favorite wrestlers we're gonna do is Bret Hart. It's his regular chrome in his refractor card in a framed
nice screw down
card holder.
What year is that one? Is that 2014?
Yes, 2014.
2014. And you get two of them. This person's gonna get two of them.
Well, yeah. Well, the one on the left's the refractor. If you can see the mirror.
Yeah.
And the other one's just a regular base, so they match.
So a base and a refractor. That's good. That's really cool.
Correct. So that'll be that price.
All right. Let's go ahead and pull that one out. That's a cool one, man, because those are going probably some crazy, some good money right there.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Let's dig to the bottom here. And it's like that. I'm gonna get everybody in here. I gotta shuffle it around. Let's go right. Come on, man. That's a big lump of stuff right there. Let's do this one. Oh, I got two of them. Let's get that one. All right. Here we go. I got for the Bret Hart refractor card 2014 8121335.
Cool. That's 8121335.
That's correct, sir.
Perfect.
It's a 2014 Bret Hart. I'm going to put Refract just because I don't want to spell the whole word out. Okay.
Yeah, I got you. No worries. No, I was just
that's
gonna.
cool. So this little break here's like that. So since you started this little raffle thing, how have sales been for your site since people have been on the new site? So what's the feedback you're getting about your new site? What's all that?
I've had everything from people saying, and keep in mind, I'm only about halfway through.
I know.
I've had everything from people saying, wow, you got too much stuff on there, I don't know where to start, to people saying, I really love the site because there's so much stuff. So you get both spectrum from both ends, which is fine. But the site, the thing I like about this new program that I'm using is it is so much easier to manage. It's almost instantaneous whenever I'm doing updates for card inventories and stuff like that. And I just really like the feel of it. Once I'm able to get all the pages up and exactly what I want it, I think it's going to be the site to go to find your wrestling cards, because it's going to have a little bit of everything. And there's been a lot. And here's the other thing I want to throw out there too. And I'm going to be posting this on Twitter. I'm doing the best I can to try to include as many images as I can of a lot of the insert sets. And the reason why I'm doing that is because as I buy collections, sometimes I pick up insert cards and I'll have them on there that I can just drop a PayPal icon button for people to buy it. But I need the images, and I'm still missing some images. So what I'm offering for people, if you have, and you go on my webpage and you see a white space that's missing an image of a card, and you want to contribute a picture to me, I will send you a free pack of wrestling cards for every image that you provide me. Because I'm not missing a lot.
I should have a lot of packs coming from you then.
Well, hey, bring them, because I'll send you some packs of stuff.
I sent you quite a bit of images that you're looking for already.
I know. You and Chuck. I told Chuck I owe him a box of wrestling cards. I'm going to get him hooked up with something here shortly.
That's great.
I'll get you hooked up with something.
I'm just busting your balls, man.
No, I know, but it's all fun. But Chuck and Paul and you and a few other people have been very, very kind at providing images and stuff that I've needed. And I just want to say thank you to everyone.
You and me in the same boat, man. I'm trying to reconnect all the images to the checklist pages as well.
It's crazy. I mean, and that's part of the hardest part, to be honest with you, to getting a web page. Like as we were talking, I'm actually getting ready to start on 2007 Payback, the web page for the site tonight. The hardest part on doing it isn't designing the web page itself. It's just
already there.
Images. It's the images.
Yeah.
Once you get all the images up, it's all pretty much easy from there. And
once you pick yourself a template to work with like that, it's just a matter of adding all the content onto it, and that becomes time consuming.
Yep, and that's kind of what I've been doing. Is it's been easy to, for example, 2007 Lama card. There was 3 different sets put out, but they all numbered the same, and they almost had the same exact number in wrestler, so I could go in and use one template for the second one and the third one. They're just changing the images and a few things here and there. So yeah, it's going faster, and I'm expecting a lot more to go up a lot quicker than what it had been the last couple of months. But like anything else, it was a new program. I had to learn it, and I think I've done pretty good learning it. So it's just a matter of getting everything else up and running.
Yeah, it's something very similar. I mean, you just you got a set that has 3 different versions of it, different languages like that. You want to show an example of what the back looks like to show this is in German or Italian or whatever. But for the most part, the front of the cards, some of them are identical. So you pretty much, you just duplicate the page. Done.
And so, and then like the other thing, that the big thing right now, like I just mentioned, the refractors and X-fractors. For those, I'm just using the base page, and on the top I'm explaining that the images are the base photo, but you're actually buying the refractor card on that refractor page and the X-fractor for the X-fractor. So because there's no reason to try to download same kind of photos that just have a little flash variance to them.
Well, when you have a page that's going to be as photo heavy as yours, image heavy, you have to keep in mind too that people viewing your page, depending on the size of your images too, and how many you have, that's a lot of stuff to load.
Correct.
And so
because you look at your average wrestling card set, base set alone is 75 to 100 images.
Yeah.
Not including any parallels or inserts or autographs or anything else. So each page on average, if it's a wrestling card set that you open packs to put together, you can figure anywhere to 75 to 100 cards every time.
Minimum. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, minimum. So let's get in our next raffle here.
Okay, so this one is going to be for 10 packs of these.
Ooh, Smackdown Chrome.
Correct. The Chrome edition.
1999 Smackdown Chrome, folks.
10 packs of those.
I'm very familiar with that release.
Yeah, it's a fun release. A lot of good cards in there.
Yeah. They're getting what, both wrapper covers too?
They're getting, say that again.
There's two different wrapper covers, right?
There was, yes, it was
Stone Cold one and a Mankind one.
Stone Cold and Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's the one.
Yep.
And then there's the other one.
Yeah.
Stone Cold on top of Undertaker.
So some of the cool things you could possibly find in those packs were there's the 22 karat gold signature cards.
Right. Right.
And then there's also actual autograph cards too.
Right.
Which will say that it's very thin paper quality on that one too. Which that one's gonna be chromium. So those also have the autographs in it that are also not, the autographs are not chrome though.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, some good stuff in there. So got a chance at maybe a Hardy Boys dual autograph.
Yep. And I think besides the magazine, the 98 WWF magazine, Hardy being slammed by Kane, I think that's the first Hardy actual card for them, isn't it? In that set,
it's kind of looked upon as the Hardy Boys rookie card.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
It's the picture with them and Michael P.S. Hayes in the ring.
Yep. He's in the background. I think Jeff Hardy's wearing a red shirt and
he's in the middle. I mean, they're on both sides of Hayes.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, we're gonna pull this one out here.
Yep. Go ahead.
If I had a ticket here, I'd take that. Let's see.
Yeah, that's why I mailed that to you without you knowing about it.
All right, here we go. What is this? Nice clean cut one too. This is going to be 8121454.
So that was 8121454.
Correct, sir.
That's for the 10 Smackdown Chrome packs.
10 Smack packs. So I'm going to call them. There we go. So I'll hold on to these if you need me to. So if anybody has any who was listening to this or watching this, you need to know about anything. I have all the tickets. I know who's getting what based on what numbers. So
and let's go to the next prize.
Next prize right away. He's itching for it.
10 packs of the first series chips from England.
Oh, explain these to people.
Okay, these were poker chips. They first came out in England. They come 4 to a pack.
I'm glad we're talking poker chips. I thought you were talking like, oh, it's like snacks.
No. There are chips that actually have cards in it, but usually you find those in Russia. That's why I don't find those. Anyhow, but these came 4 to a pack, and I believe this particular version, John Cena is the gold chip. There's other years it was Rey Mysterio, and then the newer versions they had like 3 or 4 silver chips, but John Cena is the big one of this one. He should be a gold chip. These would have been 2005, I believe. Hold on. 2007, sorry.
Okay. Who makes those?
2007. And this should be series 1.
Who makes those?
These were actually made by Topps.
Oh, so it's a Topps branded product for the UK.
Yep, you see it?
I see it. Absolutely, I do. I see it's Topps. Yep. Europe
Limited. That's out of Topps' is a big factory in Milton Keynes, UK.
Okay.
So when I was stationed over in Europe, I always wanted to go check it out. Never got the chance to go to it. If I could have do it over again, I would have went down to Milton Keynes, because my understanding was they have a walk-in area where you can buy stuff directly from them.
Nice.
Right out the door. Whereas I don't think you can do that at Topps over in New York or wherever.
No, you cannot. I've been to the Topps facility. I took a nice tour of that one. I had a friend of mine. I interviewed him on an episode, Jeff Zapata, a great guy. Worked there for 13 years. He was there for the WCW stuff all the way through the beginning parts of the WWE license at the time, and got me a nice tour of all the offices, and it was just like seeing everybody's office and their cubicles and all the uncut sheets and unopened packages and this and that and artwork being done. I mean, it's like I feel like a kid in the candy store, man.
Well, what's interesting about Tops over in Europe, especially in England, they have so many different products of different candies and things that you don't necessarily see here. Like when these chips came out, they actually had a lollipop that was in a bag similar to this, but it was a plastic container. And as you open up the bag to get the lollipop out, a chip would pop up with a lollipop itself. So you would get one chip in that lollipop, and there was 12 different chips that I knew that came in a case of those lollipops. The only problem is no one ever recognized them as an individual set because none of them had any numbers on them at the time frame. So you couldn't decipher between those and those other chips. They looked exactly the same.
Well, I think what people oftentimes forget about Tops is that their bread and butter before becoming a trading card company was it's all about candy.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
So, to see them kind of marry those two things of having candy with, that's why they had gum in their packs. I mean,
right. Bazooka. Bazooka. I always saw it as a kid as cool as Bazooka gums and the little comics and stuff was. A few years ago, they made some Bazooka football sets and basketball sets. I was always hoping they were going to do something like that for wrestling. How cool would it have been to have like a little Undertaker comic,
yeah.
As an insert within their card set, that kind of stuff. Because that's what they did with the basketball stuff. And, that's just one of those things, kind of hit or miss. I just kind of wish Topps would have, did some of the other stuff because that would have been really cool, especially for the wrestling fans, especially the kids. It would have been really awesome.
Let's find out who's winning that one, sir. How many packs again?
10 of those.
Packs. 10 packs of these chips, not to be confused with Doritos.
Nope.
Let's go in here and pull this one out here. All right, we got one, another nicely cut one. Oh, a little awesome.
Yep.
Other side, what does it say? It says,
okay, so go ahead.
I got 8121 466. Let me show those. 8121 466. I'm actually going to show it. I should probably show that.
Yep.
So just to rehash, let me go back to the first one. So the first one was the CM Punk card. So that was the number for CM1 Punk card right there. So I wrote in the back, CM Punk card.
Gotcha.
The second one was a Bret Hart. So there's the Bret Hart. I'm just showing for the viewers at home.
Cool. I appreciate it.
There's that. And there I wrote in the back 2000. Don't mind my horrible writing. And then the 10 packs of Smackdown. That's a pretty good one. That'd be a fun rip. Just for the shot, And then 10 Smackdown. So, and then this one I just pulled for you, which was looks like the 8121466.
66. Yep.
I'm gonna put that on there. It's what year was that again? You said
2007 WWE Chips.
WWE Chips. All right. Man, my writing is so horrible. But I wrote on the back here 2000 WWE Chips. So there's the card.
Cool.
That's 4 of them, sir. What is what's a set that that you don't have listed on your website that people are requesting the most of?
Anything independent. So I got people. I'll tell you one. I'll tell you one right now. I didn't even realize I had these, and I was going through some stuff because I had a guy who I promised a 87 Sting Wonderama test card that in my bulk of material that I'm uploading, I have misplaced it in one of my boxes. I have it and I promised it to the guy. But anyhow, so as I've been going through and just finding stuff, I pulled up 2 of these.
Awesome. Oh, wow. Nice. Limitless Wrestling.
Yep. And if you look, you can see the yellow tinge, the first print.
Yep.
I didn't even realize I had them. I thought I had series 2, but when I bought them, I got series 1 and I never did get series 2.
Gotcha.
So I'd like to get a series 2. And if someone has a complete series 2, I'd almost be willing to trade a complete series 1 for a complete series 2 just for my own personal collection.
That's just for personal stuff, not for the site itself for sale. So, but you have enough of those singles of Limitless series 1 to put up. You're going to be putting up for sale, right?
Yes. Yep. And then I have right now. I'd go take you over there, but it'd be too hard with the camera. I got 2 5,000 count boxes that are full of little boxes, trading card boxes, all independent sets.
Yeah.
That will be going up on the website. I mean, I kind of teased a picture of it about 2 months ago, and people keep asking for it. I just keep telling people, be patient, they're going to be there. And
Are you
I'm
sending out, have you gathered up an email list of all your customers and you're gonna send them all like a bulk email, or are you just counting on social media?
I try to do it all on Twitter, give updates on Twitter.
Now, tell me a little bit about your Twitter right now, because you had to change it recently.
Yes, I had to change my Twitter. I used to be under Card Husker, and that I lost that because it was on an old phone. I switched phones recently, and I didn't remember the password. And for whatever reason,
just reset the password to the email address.
It wouldn't work because it was an old email address I no longer have access to either. It was an old military email address, and when you try out of the military, your military email address drops.
I gotcha.
So I had no access to that. I explained everything to Twitter. I wrote them. I told them everything they need to find. Twitter comes back and said, for the security of Twitter, we cannot help you out. You have to start a whole new account.
Okay.
So I basically went and got a whole new account. So I really want everyone, if you're listening to this, make sure you go to my new account, which is huskerhavswrestlingcards.com, or it's the Huskerhav, which is my new tagline for Twitter, and just get us all updated so we can all be on the same page.
If people go to your website right now, they can click on the social media icon for Twitter, I'm assuming, and then it goes right to your new place, right?
Yes, it should be.
Yeah.
Should be.
So, yeah. I'm sure people will start following that real quick then too. So interesting. I was curious to know, for me, I was curious to know for stuff you don't have on your site. I'm going back to what you didn't have on your site. It's curious for me to know what people requesting from you, like, when are you going to get to this up? When are you gonna get this up there? So
it's right now, it's everything independent. It's everything from how soon you're going to have Darby Allin up, MJF, do you have any of his cards? One other product that was very hot, that everyone seemed to be just gravitating to, but it's kind of slowed down a little bit, was the all-in set.
Yeah.
I've had people asking me for those like crazy, and but
it's funny. It's funny how we see in this market right now, especially on Twitter, which seems to be the place to go when you're talking about wrestling cards as far as a social media presence.
Right.
It's funny that you see, like, 1 month it's all about all in. Then all of a sudden somebody goes, hey, but these limitless, they're even rarer, and they go after those. And now I'm starting to see that, at the time of this recording. I'm seeing that with the Chikara stuff right now.
Chikara's crazy.
That's the hot set right now.
Yep. I have a gentleman. I finally sent him a gentleman down in Kansas City. Bought some Chikara cards from me, and I found out that he needed one card that he was missing to complete his set. It was, boy, I can't think of the name of it, but it's a green looking monster. I can't think of the name of the guy.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, actually. I can't remember.
Hydra. Yeah, so I had an extra Hydra. I threw it in his package.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard back from him, so I hope he realized that it was in there.
Yeah. I have one of those cards, I think. I don't have I have maybe 10 to 15 of those cards like that. And like every time I see those images for that kind of stuff, I go, I think I have that one. I think I have that one too. It's like, I can't have all those because
Well, what's interesting about that set, and a lot of people didn't realize at the time frame that Orange Cassidy was one of the ants from the colony.
Yep.
And then when I first put that card on there, because everyone was talking about, what was that, the Joey Janela Spring Break Orange Cassidy, how that's like the card to have of his. And then I was like, hold on a second. This came out about 5 years before that other one. And people are like, well, who's that? And I'm like, the Red Ant was Orange Cassidy. And then people are like, wow, I didn't realize that. It just amazes me how a set like Chikara could sit kind of dormant for quite a few years. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, out of nowheres, people are realizing how much talent was in there. Mm-hmm. The different people now that are either in AEW or might have had some time in WWE and left. But it's just amazing how many wrestlers that was in that organization that are really doing well now, that are big names.
Yeah, mid 2000s, that was a very, very popular indie company in this country. And so, I mean, even being on the West Coast, we heard about it. We had the internet, so we heard about it. All all the dirt sheet type stuff always mentioned Jakaris like that, and everybody kind of made their trip through there. They became GCW before GCW.
Yeah.
They were PWG before PWG, kind of thing, where everybody kind of went through that thing. You know, and all those companies became big things too, because everybody's like, you know, these independent companies became a thing, especially when it came to trading cards. That's for us collectors. So, you know, now I think people are just kind of clamoring around looking for like the next big, earliest possible thing. So it's just funny to see that, you know, these Joey Janela spring break cards, you know, like they came and they kind of like died down a little bit. And they all in came and it kind of down a little bit. You know, Limitless was like this hot thing, and it still is. These are all still very popular, all still very highly desirable cards that people want. But there's always like, well, what's the other new big one that I need to have now too? So now that's where we're at.
Because there's a group of us that, you know, we all talk together. That's probably the number one thing we all ask each other is, hey, what's the next independent set coming out?
Yep.
You know, you almost talk more about that nowadays, or I should say this time frame right now, than you are about, oh, okay, so Prism WWE is going to be coming out with this many cards. No, everyone's like, hey, have you heard? Is there a new independent cut set coming out, and where is it? How do I get it?
Oh yeah, we still talk about the major releases. Absolutely, but for some reason there's a little bit more of enthusiasm when it comes to the independent stuff that we care about a little bit.
Right.
And so funny, I don't collect that stuff. I don't collect any stuff, and yet I'm kind of in the trenches because I talk to you, I talk to Chuckster, I talk to Paul, I talk to Ramon, I talk to different people out there who are like, you know, I talk to, I see posts from, you know, Caleb and AEW Card Guy. I mean, all these amazing collectors out there who are constantly looking and searching and researching and all this stuff. And it's just, it's so cool to see that we have this group of people that are always trying to find something that gets picked up by the other mainstream collectors, probably.
Well, we as a group, we missed out. There was a set that came out in New Zealand that mirrors the autograph set that came out with those WCW cards. You know, the ones that had like 105 cards.
Yeah.
They made a set that looked almost identical. It was a independent league in New Zealand. There's like, I think 12 or 15 cards that made up the set. They looked exactly like those WCW cards, and they all were autographed. And they came out.
Yeah,
I found out about those, and I did everything I could to get my hands on them. Sold out. And then as I was making contact with the guy in New Zealand, found out that there was another New Zealand set that came out. Tried contacting them, and they said that they were sold out. So then I told them that I understand you got a second series coming out. Can I get those? And can you send me an email or, you know, a message when you guys have those ready to sell? And the guy said, you can join our social media and buy them like everybody else. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they don't want to sell them to people who want to resell. I get where they're coming from. There's only 50 sets.
Right.
And I know about these sets because I'm in contact with those guys. They sent me all their numbers on who signed what, blah blah blah. So I have it. I just need to get the images done. I haven't gotten it off my lazy ass to create I made the checklist. It's sitting in my draft format. I just haven't made the actual. I haven't scanned taken the image yet and cropped it and all that stuff. I'll get to it. I promise people I will get to it. But
that's like that independent set that came out of Connecticut that had the Mercedes KV, the Sasha Banks card that everyone's so you know, really has a huge desire to get their hands on. That company actually put out an autograph set parallel to the regular cards, but Mercedes KV never signed. There's like 4 or 5 guys that did not sign out of that set, but I have that whole autograph set. So when I get that ready to upload, I'll send you those images so you have those for your webpage also.
Yeah, hopefully I have that checklist already. I hope.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah. But okay, let's go on the next one, man. We got 2 more to do, right?
Yeah, 2 more. This is going to be one that you probably like because I know he's your guy.
Don't tell me that.
Another screw down. A Kurt Angle rookie from No Mercy, as well as I put the Viscera card on there because he's such a prominent image on that card also.
Yeah, he's wrestling Kurt Angle there. Yep. And now that one with Kurt Angle, that's his rookie, you know, for pro wrestling. I know he has some amateur stuff out there too, but who's he wrestling there? Is that Taz?
That is him and Taz, correct.
Yeah. Because I remember Taz had that program.
Taz, believe it or not, that was his first, that's considered his rookie for
WWE
cards also from that set.
I mean, because his first appearance would be 97 Japan set.
Yep.
I really wish there would have been a cool card of him as the Tasmanian Devil.
I know. I think that would have been totally cool.
Okay, let's get
So,
that one pulled out of here. And our wonderful funny, it's WWE Chips,
yep.
which was the last one we just did. So let's get this one. All right, pull it out here. What we got here? All right, I got nice cut one here. It's very cool. So I've got 81, 21, 505.
Cool. That's 8121505.
Yep, yeah, that right there. Here we go, folks. 81, 21.
That'll get you a double card holder with the Kurt Angle rookie and him with the Viscera in that.
That is a
And then
2000.
the last, yep, that's a 2000. The last one we're gonna have, you might get a kick out of this one because I know you're still missing one card to complete this set.
I am. I know exactly what you're talking about. All right, you said one card. I know what you're talking about. Animotion, baby.
An unopened box of 24 packs. That's the grand prize.
Wow. Which has probably got all, they're all cards number 101 and above.
Except for like, I think it's like 8 to 10 cards per box will be low number.
Yeah. I think I'm almost certain I need card number 18, I think.
I'll have to look. I'm sure I probably have it.
I think it's Christian, maybe?
Probably.
Yeah.
The hardest one out of that is card number 81, Stacy Keibler.
Stacy Keibler's tough, yeah.
Yep, that's the hardest one. I know me and another collector about 10 years ago when we were buying these up, we ended up opening up close to, I ain't kidding when I say this, close to 50 boxes to finally get one Stacy Keibler.
I know a guy in Southern California that has a full set.
I got one full set. I got the Stacy Keibler.
Who is it? I can't remember his name. His name is Marlon out of Southern California. Gotcha. He probably has bought from your site over the years.
I'm sure he probably has.
Marlon Hernandez, good customer. Yeah. Spends a lot of money like that. Is definitely passionate, or was at the time. He was passionate about cards and used to come to my booth at Frankenson's all the time. Every single week, come over and wheel and deal with me, man.
That's cool.
But
that's what makes it fun. That's one thing about the hobby. That's one thing about this hobby that I like is just meeting people, getting to know people, and just having that interaction.
Yeah, I just sent you meet people all the time. They're so nice and so cool. When I started mentioning I'm a Kurt Angle collector, someone just sent me like random Kurt Angle cards. It was so nice of them. And I feel it's my duty to pay it forward, of course, because I'm benefiting from that. But so I have I think Caleb was looking for that PWG Bola, Sammy Guevara. And I just sent it to him. I said, here, you can have it. I don't have the full set.
I got this in the mail the other day. From a gentleman who's on Twitter.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I should say his name or not, but anyhow, he sent these to me and I said, what do I owe you? Because I wrote him a while ago and he said, oh, don't worry about it. He said there's gonna be new Limitless coming out. There's gonna be in packs and we can get together and you can trade and we can try to work something out.
Nice,
back then.
Nice.
I like that about our hobby. It is so friendly. Not everyone is in it for every single dime that they can make. There's much more to this hobby than some of the other sports, and that's one thing I really like, and that's one thing I as a seller and as a collector, I try to protect that about this hobby. Is I want people to understand how special it is, how great these people are that are on these trading cards that we collect, and they're just a cut above the other sports and stuff that are out there, in my opinion.
Well, this is a good one right here for the box here. Let's get this guy out of the way here. So I'm actually gonna do this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just take this, and it's gonna be my mess. Don't worry, folks, my mess.
That's cool.
So I'm gonna take this and just kind of go. Poured them all. Oh my God, all over my damn desk now. All of them are out. I'm just gonna kind of dig through here and just randomly. I'm gonna pick one off the floor. It fell on the floor. I'm gonna go down here. All right, randomly on the floor. Here we go, guys. We got 8121555.
Cool. Nice number. 8121555, and that'll get you a complete 24-pack box of Animotion cards, 4 cards per pack. And these are the 3D version type cards. They're the smaller card, kind of like the Fluo or the Promenade card from Italy at that time frame. And a great
super tough set to put together. Super tough set.
Did you ever hear the story of why that selection was like that?
Yes, I did. Why don't you go ahead and tell it though?
Well, from my understanding, and this was told to me when I lived in Italy, the reason why those Series 1 set I mean, I shouldn't say Series 1, but the low series cards are so hard to get out of the box because the company at the time frame lost the contracting agreement to manufacture those cards with WWE. And so they basically were destroying all the low number cards. But then they came up and WWE and them settled something, and they were said, well, go ahead and make the product. So they continued with the product, but they had a low number of the first 100 cards left. Those made those in the boxes. And that's why they're so much limited compared to the other ones that you get out of the box.
Super tough. I know I made that notation on the checklist page about those cards 1 through 99 or whatever it's like that were just basically short printed. I mean, in all intents and purposes, they're short printed. So that's much harder to complete those.
So that kind of wraps up all the prizes. I just want to say thanks for you for hosting this and drawing a number for all of us. I appreciate everything that you do for our hobby. Thanks, and everything that you do in regards to
cleaning up my mess.
People and checklists and everything else. I know a lot of this can be a labor of love, and we all have families and stuff going on in our lives, and it can get trying at times. But I just want to say on behalf of myself, and I know a lot of other wrestling collectors out there, that we really thank you, Tony, for everything that you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. There's a lot more to come, and we have a lot of good people in this hobby that continue to keep sharing that knowledge, and we have a lot of new eyeballs coming into our hobby. So it's I think it's important that we have, you know, these what do you call them? We have these people who are just
new bloods.
We have the new bloods, but we have you know, the old people that come over here, and the pillars of the hobby that kind of need to help educate people, and trust me, no one of us is all knowledgeable about everything there is to know about wrestling cards. We all piggyback off of each other's knowledge and expertise to better help this industry. So when we have, you know, someone with your knowledge and doing all your international deals and dealing with all these singles and the years you've collected all your time, so having a guy like Paul doing all the price guide stuff, having a guy like Chuckster who's constantly searching for all these independent cards and finding things that never existed before, having Armand out there. I mean, these are good people to have on your team, and then putting all those minds together. And then, you know, I'm kind of trying to house that for the checklist sites like that. And you have a price guide with Paul, checklist side with us, 1-2 punch. We try to encompass everything there is to know about wrestling cards and house it so that people just kind of can go someplace and say, wow, now I feel like I know what's going on over here. Like this is what I have. So it pains me when I have someone who does say, hey, do you know what this is? And I go, I have no idea. I've never seen that before. And, you know, it's assumed because you run a website that you must know everything there is about that. And like, that's not true. I reference the website like you guys do because I don't know all of it. I have to go and use the website.
Well, I even when I'm building the pages, I'll be honest with you. I download a lot of your checklists and I look at all the inserts to make sure that I got a complete list of all the inserts, because there's always stuff that I think I might know that I missed, and
vice versa, because, like, you know, hey, you're actually, I have this card right here, and you don't have it on your checklist. I remember it used to kind of piss me off back in the day because I was so like big-headed, thought that, you know, in the late 90s, early 2000s, I thought, well, I know everything there is to know about wrestling cards because I've got all of them. Yeah, I've never seen anybody have a collection like mine, and I just thought I knew everything about it. So I was like, how dare you try to tell me that? That's not true. And I would be defensive about it, and I had to get over that, going like, I don't know everything. I know that I don't know everything. So it's okay to start adding things and confirm it. Of course, that's kind of our job to confirm it. We don't just put anything up there because you say so. It doesn't mean it's right.
Right.
But you know, like today, like at the time of this recording, like even today, you know, I knew about the Farouk autograph card that was from the Comic Images from 1998. I'd never seen it. I'd heard about it. It was a name that was given to me until recently. So thank God for Jamie out there doing all the legwork, finding all this information. Undertaker, knew about it, had an image of it. Finally got an image of the back of it now, finally, which is great. Ken Shamrock, brand new, I never seen before. So that was nice to see that. So, you know, knowing that there was 9 cards never returned back to Comic Images, and only those 11 that we have in the checklist are were authenticated by Comic Images. We knew there was 9 of them out there existing. Now we're down to like, there's only 3 more now. Now we know of 7 of them. There's 3 more we need to find out, or 6 of them. So it's nice to have a community of people who are sharing knowledge and helping educate. Because again, with Panini taking the license, I've mentioned this many times before, we're gonna have a lot of new eyeballs. AEW stuff. AEW is getting people in it who've never collected cards before now are looking like, Wait, so this AEW from Upper Deck, that's not MGF's first card? Oh, no,
Nope.
it's not, sir.
Nope.
So to collectively we help.
And I would say for people too, especially new people coming in the hobby, you know, just be patient with stuff. You know, you saw, you know, with the AEW Upper Deck stuff, how like everything sold out literally overnight.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I was at a Walmart just here in town, and I posted on Twitter a end cap that had like 40 boxes of AEW product, you know, blaster boxes or whatever on there, as well as a bunch of other stuff. It's been a while since the Walmarts here in Omaha were really filled back up. But the thing about it with wrestling cards, I keep telling people, is we are heading into a new time period, and there's going to be a lot of new stuff going on with new sets, new companies. And people can get kind of frustrated because I've talked with a few people who are like, well, my collecting days are kind of over. You know, it's going to be too expensive this, too expensive that.
Yeah.
But my thing that I would caution everyone, because I've been in this hobby since 1980. I've been through the highs of the baseball, the highs of the football, everything else. Stuff comes and goes. Be patient. You will get your hands on stuff over time.
Yep.
You might have to start networking, finding different ways to buy stuff in bulk. But I can tell you, like here in Omaha, I have my connections with 4 or 5 different guys that I pick up all kinds of Prism football, Prism basketball. Yeah, you know, if they might not have your one-of-one autograph in those boxes, stuff like that, but I'm getting 5 to 10,000 count boxes of Prism that I'm putting together my regular base sports sets. I imagine I'm going to be doing the same thing with wrestling. It's just a matter of getting the product out there, getting people to bust it open, getting out there on secondary market, and you'll get your hands on stuff. Just be patient.
Yeah,
this hobby is meant to be fun.
I did a WTC short about this, by the way. I did a WTC short about this where I talked about kind of changing your mindset, you know, having to be because I said similar to what you just said. Basically, you're kind of reiterating exactly what I had said on this short, which was, you know, you got to be patient. You got to just go out there and find maybe your lane doesn't exist. Maybe the end of your lane has come. So now you got to pick a new lane. So there's always ways to continue to have fun in this hobby.
Yeah, and if you're new into this hobby and you're looking at different items that are out there, and you're like, God, I'd like to have a John Cena rookie card, but I don't want to pay $150, $200 for that one card. I just can't afford that. You know, there's a card in that Royal Rumble set that features John Cena and Kurt Angle. It's a swatch card that you can pick up for 15, 20, 25 bucks.
Yep.
You know, and to me, that card should almost be more valuable than his rookie card because it's less produced, it's an insert, and it features both Angle and John Cena as a rookie.
Yep. Good point.
It's just a matter of hunting, you know, getting out there and finding stuff and enjoying it. If you're not enjoying yourself in this hobby, then it's not a hobby. And I just tell everyone, you got to have fun, because that's the whole point of this whole thing, is to have fun.
Absolutely. So, when my last question, and we'll let this one go here, and that is, when do you have a time frame on when you think you're going to be caught up?
I'm hoping at this point by May time frame that everything will be 100% up. All my indie sets, all my stuff, all the way up to 2022, everything. I'm hoping that I'm totally up and running. Because like I said previously, I'm averaging around 3 to 4 sets a day. I'll be going into 2008 here by this weekend, and I should just start. I'll be pressing along, because once I get into 2015, that's where you start getting all these indie sets, and that's what I know people are looking for. And I can't wait to get everything up and running so people can start getting their hands on stuff. And trust me when I say this, I've been watching prices on eBay, some of the other secondary markets. I'm going to try to get everything out there that's affordable for people to be able to actually afford stuff that they can get. You know, my whole plan when I opened the store from the very get-go was to sell cards and sell them at a price that I would want to pay, which is something reasonable. And my goal is to get all this independent stuff out there and get it at a price where people can afford it and be happy they got it and enjoy it. The only caution I would say is I'm limited. So when it sells out, it sells out.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, well, and you're a business, so you got to have margins and stuff like that too, because you know what you're into that stuff for and everything. So you're not in it just to give away stuff. I get it. So
no.
That's cool. So, then when you get caught up, we'll have you back on again and talk about your process and stuff like that, and how
Yep.
you organize
Yep.
your things. And I've got a
Yep.
bunch of other questions I wanted to ask you, but we'll say those for when
That's
you're
cool.
actually updated.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right,
Well,
guys.
you have a good night. It was good talking with you, and it was good talking with everybody. Hopefully, everyone who has a winning ticket kept their ticket,
yes,
and they'll get some free prizes.
you can
And I thank
you
you,
can
Tony.
if you watch it, you can contact me because I have the
Yep.
tickets here. It's like that.
Yep.
I'll put you in contact with Anthony
Yep.
there, and
Yep.
make sure that you claim your prize, man. Because if you don't claim them, I'm gonna say I have the tickets because I actually
Yeah, exactly.
because
Yeah,
I
because
believe it's
then he can get
9/10
that. Then he
9/10
can
of
get
the
that.
law, buddy. 9/10 of
Right.
the
Then he
law.
can get. Then he can get that Animotion box and get that final card you need.
I probably won't. I'll probably get everything around it. I'll get cards number 17 and 19, but no 18.
Gotcha.
I'll say, hey, you want to
Cool.
trade?
Yeah, no kidding.
So
Anyhow,
yeah,
well, hey, you have a good night.
yeah. Let everybody know once again where they can find you at, just like that. Your website, I'm sure, houses all your information, right?
Yep, it's Huskerhavswrestlingcards.com. Even with the new web page, I kept that same domain.
Good.
And you can find us on there. And I will be opening up pretty soon my Hall of Fame, and you'll have to go in there. These are all the people that were instrumental in my store through the years, and people that I just want to give a shout out to. And yes, Tony, you will be on there. So when I get that up, running out the look, yeah.
Don't do. All right, man. I appreciate it. So for us, with this episode, everybody, and as with any episodes like that, if you like what you're hearing, it's like that, have suggestions, comments, concerns, complaints, leave comments, subscribe, like, share, do whatever the cool kids are doing these days. Just go to wrestlingtradingcards.com. All the social media pages, everything we're doing is on the bottom of every single page of every single checklist of all the entire site. So give us a follow, man. Check us out, share, spread the word, get out there and enjoy the hobby, man. And until next time, man, we're out.